It's going to come fast and it's going to come hard. Yeah, no, 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 no. Just saying, come back behind the wall. There's no point staying out there. Doing good, doing good. It's 155 at 200. Doing good.
What was the setup? Mr. Hires.
Did anybody get him off the top of the radio tower?
I'm be eating food.
Yeah.
Damn, they really tried to shoot me from my old way over there.
been trying to get her for the longest.
Why?
I've been trying to get you for the longest, T-Nasty.
Push that fella with us.
Shoot that boy. No, shoot it. If you want to shoot at something, shoot it. Shoot at boats. Is that what you're trying to shoot?
Oh, so close to getting into RT.
You were very close. You were very close. I must
Do
admit.
I have a pat on the back?
Dude, you get
My
cut
way.
too.
Good shot. That's that.
That pack didn't get those packages.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
No worries. There's more coming. That's correct. Don't have an officer at the moment, so I'm just going to say a quick few words. Not on behalf of the officers, but on behalf of you guys. Now, we don't have any officers on deck at present, so this is more for you guys. Every single one of you that are in this room, regardless of whether or not you're a colonel, a recruit, a private, first sergeant, non-commissioned or commissioned officer. From where I stand, and from what I saw up there, that was an awesome raid. As you can see by the members, in terms of you click on the faction list and you have a look at the first 2 pages, not one general is online. Not one general. So not one star player is online. All that shows is that the people in this, the soldiers that are currently in this room, fought for one another and held back that. So, I mean, that's a credit to you guys, credit to the colonels and every other single soldier that's in here. So you should give yourselves a great pat on the back to come against a force which we did have, especially that rush at Southgate and at Airport, to not just hold back that rush, but also to eliminate that rush, and to only lose, what was it, 45 packages out of 200. Amazing result, and you should all be very, very proud of yourselves. The gangsters, even they said, oh, we'll be back in 2 hours. That's fine. They can be back in 2 hours all they want, but they're going to get the same result. So, yeah, all I've got to say is well done to yourselves. I don't know if the other colonels that are in here, Smoke, Jake, Tanya, Jeff, anyone, if you guys want to say anything, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to.
Sorry about that. Everybody salute, please.
I'm okay.
Yes, guys, it was a good ride, and everybody done well.
Excuse me, hold your mic.
As you know, when starting the ride, we were
Hold your mic. Hold your mic, sir. Hold your mic. What I want to say is this: we all did it. It was just in the battlefield, because I seen a few generals by in the battlefield, like in the middle, in midpoint. I see like 1 or 2 generals out there. So it was some generals out there. They not here for the briefing. However, when y'all on the radio, y'all have to be careful what you put up there, right? Earlier y'all said it was raid. I showed up to midpoint. Then it was somebody said on the radio, no raid. I go back to West Point. I'm sitting in the vehicle, and raid starts. No, so like we did a great job, but with the communication outside of that too, so we could all be on the same page with the raids and stuff like that. Make sure y'all know definitely the raid is going to start, so you won't confuse people and say no raid and then the raid starts. I don't want to say no names, so if y'all don't really know, like a lot of you saw past it, you really don't know. I know you know how to work the video, but if you don't know how to utilize it the way it's supposed to, don't really say nothing on it. That's it. Other than that, we did great. Y'all all held. Y'all was monsters out there. They couldn't do nothing. You know, they got 55 out of 200. That's great. We held it down. So the next raid, we got to keep doing the same thing. Next raid, we got more raids coming up. We were successful. Uncle Smokey, you have anything to say?
Nah, besides from the RT needs to watch who they're shooting at.
Yeah, that is a good. That is pointed to, you know, even though y'all. Another thing that's what I wanted to say. I've seen a lot of you soldiers shooting at nothing in the field. Let me tell you something. When y'all shoot at nothing, it confuses the next soldier, and they'll come running to where you at, and nobody is there because y'all were just shooting. So if you're going to shoot your gun, aim it up in the sky. If you're not going to shoot at anything, if you just mad and you just want to shoot your gun, but you aim it up to this guy that said we unknown, oh, that's a soldier shooting a gun. Just don't shoot it and nobody is there. And then I know it's hard for y'all to see us soldiers or other soldiers in the distance and try to come closer. Don't aim that. Don't shoot that far if you can't see. Once you put your aim, you can't see. Take your aim on, run up closer, and put your aim back on and start shooting so you can see who you're shooting at. Stop trying to shoot from a distance if you can't see nothing. Common sense to say, let me pull up a little bit closer and shoot my enemy. Other than that, y'all did a great job. Any questions from the people?
I do have to say one thing, man. Say one thing, man. And that's a quick shout out. That's a quick shout out to, and this is also coming from a gangster. Okay, Bria, wherever Bria is down the back. Yeah, Bria Smalls down the back. She held down mid. Now towards the end of the raid, I think for Borg, I think her name is, was making a run towards RT. And I watched her from the top of RT. So she was trying to get into RT. I watched from the top of RT. Bria swung around and just laid a clip into her, and she dropped even before she got an RT. And even the gangster was very impressed. She mentioned, she goes, "Oh, hang on, who mentioned? Oh crap, it was one of your new soldiers who got me down." And she mentioned Bria by name. So yeah, just a quick shout out to you, Bria. Well done holding down mid.
Yes, all of y'all did a great job. I took out the crazy wild T Nasty. She always coming there, and she from Subgate. She always coming there, and she always get a package. And I managed to stop her and let her know I've been looking for you for a while, cause she coming there. Y'all all know, y'all all see her with the red shirt, black Chinese coming there wilding, and I finally caught her. She was already shooting at 3 of the generals by herself. She's dangerous. And I got her, and I was so happy I laid her down. And a lot of y'all was laying them down. So keep up the good work. If there's not any more questions that we have, you want to end this with a salute.
Hang on.
Everybody can go to your name.
Ma'am, sorry. Don, did you have a question? You had your hand up there, sorry. Don Drew, had your hand up?
Asking question up top.
Nobody have any more questions?
There was a question up top. Don asked a question up top.
Ma'am, Tanya, ma'am, you need to read the floppy. It says, "Ma'am, Tanya, can you remember the name who said no raid?"
I apologize. I see it. Apologize.
And only one thing while you're answering that, the only other question
No,
or any other thing.
remember the name? Don Drew was the one that said something about, it was a raid, and then he said on the radio, no raid. So Don said that. And that's why I got confused, because I was back at Westgate. So that's the person that said, but it was an accident. Probably was an accident.
Okay, the only other thing I've got to say in terms of there was a comment that was made by a gangster towards Colonel Jansen during the raid in terms of shooting through the walls and all that sort of stuff. And obviously there was some profanity after that. And so, yeah, if you do have any body cam footage in things like that, Colonel, just to back up your story in case something comes from that, just say that, just in case something goes not right.
Yeah, he's standing right at the corner, peeking around the corner, and I just shot him right at the corner. I did not shoot through no.
No.